As well.
Afternoon, good night. Hello.
That loud.
No, you're good.
Down.
No, you're good. You're good. I always temper the mics as needed.
Depending on how much pre-workout has been consumed.
Exactly. How much has been consumed so far? None?
None.
Some?
None.
Wow.
Zero.
All right. A couple quick welcomes here. I've turned the glockenspiel volume down because people kept telling me it was too loud.
Turn it up.
I know. I should turn it back up. I don't know if that was loud or not. Welcome,
I was
Tim.
listening to it in my headphones. I did not think it was loud.
I think it was fine also. Craig, welcome for you also. That's quiet. It's perfect. It's lovely. All right. Good.
What's going on, everybody?
So we've paced the questions a bit today. People will notice. You can still send messages in, but you have to wait a little bit longer, just so we can keep tabs on it.
It was great on Monday. So many questions, but we just kind of were feeling bad about. We lost a lot. Yeah, we weren't getting to some. So
I think today will be a little bit more manageable. So I'm actually going to go back up a little bit because there was some preamble, as there always is.
Yeah.
And let's just get into it.
A bunch of new members already.
I know.
It's fantastic.
Do me a favor. Pause that just so it doesn't eat internet.
Don't eat my internet.
What limited internet there is. Okay, Timothy recently switched from X100s to Dynamic Gold 120s, also X100. Should he play the 120 extra stiff in his gap wedge, or an X100, or an S400?
So generally speaking, the common consensus is that the gap wedge should have the same shaft as your irons, because you're predominantly hitting a lot of full shots with it. Gap wedge, especially as the gap wedge has gotten stronger. A lot of people using 50 and 49 degree. I mean, effectively is what a pitching wedge used to be. So I kind of consider it like definitely a full swing club. That's for sure.
Part of your iron set at this point.
There seems to be a lot of controversy about this full shot being hit with the Mizuno putter. Like that is abuse.
No.
Joe has given me abuse.
Oh, was he?
On Instagram. He's at me again this morning. Look at this. Where is he?
What did he say?
Where did I find you, Joe? He reported it to Mizuno.
Oh, it was a Mizuno golf ball.
I have reported Ian to the authorities, for M-Craft abuse.
They both cried. That's
He
hilarious.
has that number one as well, the blue M-Craft as well, and the white number two. They both cried while watching the video.
I don't think it's any worse for wear, though, from what I saw.
It's good.
It's good. All right. Caleb was watching our hybrid video, which is great. So he wants to replace his 3-wood with a G410 hybrid, 17 degrees, lofted all the way down.
No, not a bad idea, Caleb. I think we've done a video on that fairly recently with Super Hybrid.
Oh, yeah, right.
And we talked a little bit about the value of that stronger lofted, super hot hybrid replacing the fairway wood for the player who has a hard time getting steep enough with a fairway wood.
Right.
So I think that's a good idea.
Perfect idea. One thing I kind of forgot to mention in that video the other day, all my angle of attack numbers with this shorter hybrid that you built up, they're better. They're like 3, I'm like 2, 3 down consistently with it, and my hybrid is usually like 1 at best.
That's it.
It's so much better.
A lot of doing a really sort of accurate fit is your ability to create or to manipulate low point. Being able to push it forward and back as is required.
Yep, gotcha. Okay. These comments are coming in way too fast.
It's all right.
Okay.
Means we have a good attendance.
Let's start off with a little bit of a speed round, shall we?
We like the speed round.
Okay.
Thank you for lowering the volume, Matt. Mr. Matt.
Hopefully it's good now.
Keep up the great content.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Talking about lie angles for each iron.
Yes.
I think JK was just answering someone else's question. My bad.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, that was something we talked about in our last video. Okay, from Kurt. Kurt has a GC quad at home, cool, and a Mitchell, I'm assuming, lie angle machine. And he was fit at Club Champion.
Man.
I know. Having issues with his gapping and lie. Is it possible to do a paid web gapping recommendation with Ian? It is. You could get all your data and send it to Ian if you are a platinum member of our YouTube membership. And Kurt, if you want to know how that works, go to our channel homepage. There's a big button that says join, and you can click that.
It's a smaller button than I would like it to be.
I know, I'd like it to be half the screen. Comes up over the video until you click.
Right, I mean, the amount of times I look for it and can't see it, guys, it's right next to the where you would go to subscribe.
Which you hopefully
It's a little
you've already done that.
blue rectangle.
I know. It needs a more loud presence. Okay, Greg's asking about blowing on grips and pure grips. Do you generally blow on grips, or do you use tape with certain brands?
For finished builds, we 99.999% of the time we will put on with double-sided tape and solvent.
Yep.
We use compressed air in the fitting to blow them on and off. Yeah.
Cool. Good. Cameron's asking about your favorite topic. What's the difference between the stock TaylorMade Ventus and the aftermarket Ventus?
Velocore material content is different. It's a different shaft.
All right.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Do you want to throw something else in?
No.
I don't want it.
I like the guys at
I know.
Fuji an awful lot.
It's a different shaft. Okay. Trevor's asking, does it make sense to not see a difference between Pro V1X and the left dash? Ooh, yeah, that would not make sense. I'd be very surprised to hear that.
Be very, Trevor. Let us know what the launch monitor you done the testing on. We saw something yesterday.
Oh yeah, true.
Didn't we?
Switching between balls.
We were switching golf balls yesterday. I was hitting some TB5Xs and some Mizuno RB Tour, and the positioning of the ball in the hitting zone was very influential on the reading of the spin.
So make sure you have that. If you're using a quad, make sure it's in the right spot.
Yeah.
Andrew's asking about TaylorMade drivers being a little flatter than some in the marketplace.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think we've seen examples of it.
For sure. I think it depends on the player. If it's good for the player, then good. You can turn them upright, so I don't think it's an issue by any means.
That's a good point.
Okay, Craig, thank you. Welcome. I see you joined also. Welcome to the team. What now?
So Joe has put, would be fun to see what some of the regular YouTube members look like. As it stands now, I picture Whisker looking like someone from Duck Dynasty and Bandit looking like the Hamburglar.
Savage.
That is funny.
Savage.
You're a bad man, Joe.
If anyone wants to send their personal photos in, we'll put them up on the screen. All right.
Funny.
Speed round continues. Dan, welcome, Dan.
Welcome, Dan. New member. How's our light?
Yep.
We lighting up?
Yeah, it's working. It was red when we started, so if it's a different color now, then it must be working. Here's Joe's comment about reporting you. You better watch your back.
Come on, Joe.
I saw Chris Vishal commented on one of those videos, and he didn't seem to be too upset. So.
No, they're
It's a durability test, and it looks fine. It looks just fine.
I don't have enough swing speed to damage it.
Well, we should have. Yeah, you were getting like what? Like it was like 110 ball speed. You were flying at like 127. Was the one you got was like 127? Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Oh, good.
Zach is asking, do you ever fit irons upright to promote a fade to help swing and start the ball left? I heard a Titleist Tour fitter mentioning that happens often on tour. Interesting question.
It's a very different proposition working with tour players. That's what I'll say, Zach.
That's fair.
Tiger. There's a great little snippet of Tiger doing a little range session from last year where the guy, I can't remember the name of the guy who was standing watching him, and he's like, I always know you're going to hit a draw when
I saw that.
When the right foot comes back and the face opens.
He closes it, and then close for the fade, right?
And close for the fade. He's
like,
well, I got to ensure the start line.
Right.
I thought that was brilliant.
So smart.
I thought that was
but again,
brilliant.
You're right. That's a tour player.
That's a tour
and
player.
And the very best tour player of all time. I have to answer this. Have you watched that Tiger documentary or Tiger King yet? Nah. Justin, the answer to your question is Joe Exotic would get a set of Tiger irons from TaylorMade.
There you go.
Tiger irons.
Who is Joe Exotic?
He's a guy who owned
tigers?
200 and something wild animals.
Jesus.
The documentary is outrageous.
Where do they live?
Oklahoma, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. A bit sad in parts, but also crazy and also funny.
Mental.
It's got it all. I've completely lost my spot. That's a shame because I was on a roll. Oh, I misses again. Hello, Mrs.
Mrs. to
Who's
be
watching?
Lindsay Blois to be.
I know. No, she's not taking the name.
No?
I don't blame her. Just a lifetime of what's your name? What's your name? What's that name? How do you spell that?
Smart girl.
I might take her name, to be honest. It's a lot easier. Okay, Anthony's at, okay, I found my spot. Yes. You remember you were mentioning the bending block that Mikey's getting for hybridos and woods?
Yes.
Can you do loft with that, or is it just lie?
You can do loft and lie.
Cool.
James Robertson, I'm going to get to James.
Okay.
My questions must stink, they never get answered. You're in there with a lot of people, James, so it's nothing personal. So let's get a rant from Ian about TM Ventus.
James, just ask a question and we'll answer it. I don't want to hear another rant.
You just had it.
I was going to
must
say, you
have
had our
missed it.
attention.
I know. You just had the rant. You must have missed it.
If James, if you ask another question, we'll get it, I promise you.
Yep.
Not that I'm encouraging bullying us into answering your questions, but in your case, we'll do it.
Bandit. So strange to be watching TXG sober. See, that must be why you like it, because you're always steaming,
I
wasted.
think it's a great way to watch a video. Why not? Can only make it better, you would think. Okay. This is an interesting one. Difference between a counterbalance shaft with a light grip on it and a low balance point shaft with a heavy grip on it.
How much are we talking? How much weight? I mean, are we talking light grip as in like 40 grams? Are we talking 25 grams? I mean, it does depend on the weight. I mean, ultimately, you're still moving balance point up and down. So
it's a question of how much.
Yes, and what do you do with it? You know, we've seen cases of opposite reaction, haven't we, when it comes to shafts recently?
That's true.
We've seen slow, aggressive swings that make shafts deflect a lot, and we've seen, faster, less aggressive, swings that throw it a little bit that make it deflect significantly less.
Yep.
I mean, that's some of the gears testing we're doing right now and the diving we're doing with Michael.
Yep.
So
we did a session on that the other day.
yeah, but and when it comes to the switch, to address your question maybe from a swing weight adjustment standpoint, you've got to remember, it's 9 grams of weight in the shaft to change a swing weight point. It's 4 grams on the grip to change a swing weight point. It's 2 grams in the head. So it's more. It's not just about just doing it. It's where do you do it.
Yes, exactly. Gotcha. You wouldn't generally recommend someone try to counterbalance their club using a grip. I'm assuming that's not the best. Okay. Matthew's asking about driving iron versus a hybrid. Has a higher swing speed. I've seen this a bunch of times. So my impression is swing speed isn't the only reason to look at driving iron versus hybrid. It's spin profile also.
Yep.
So higher spin player would generally do better with the driving iron. Lower spin, lower launch player generally would look at the hybrido. Absolutely.
Yep. I think for that type of player, the high swing speed player who maybe is thinking driving iron, I love to put those players into something like a Titleist TS3. It's a brilliant
such a good
hybrid for that player.
I guessed, and I hope I was right. Was that 39 inches, that hybrido? Good. And mine's 41, right?
Yeah. 40 and a half, it should be.
Okay, close enough.
But with the Arcos on it, it's probably played long as well.
True enough.
Yep.
Arcos. Okay. Good. Yeah. Back to shaft wedges. Wedges in shafts, whatever I said. Whatever combination of that makes sense. Lob wedge. We talked about gap wedge having the same shaft as the irons. Lob wedge would be a heavier, softer variant generally of your iron shafts.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Craig is asking, he's 92 miles an hour with the 6 iron, aggressive transition, 4 to 5 degrees in to out, and shallow. He's got KBS Tour 90s.
Ugh.
Bad?
Bad.
Okay. What else? What should he switch
How
to?
much of the shaft's hurting you? Need to see you hitting some shots, Craig, but you're in a really in a 100-gram shaft, and it's a pretty stable 100-gram shaft, but it's you should be up in the Project X60 range. Some fitters may even have you in X-Flex at 92 miles an hour. It's
Tour average.
Tour average.
Yeah.
And how many tour players play stiff? Not many.
True enough. Okay. Strixon or Bridgestone balls, I would say they're both extremely good. See what suits your swing. Get a fitting.
Both are great.
They're both extremely good.
Both are fantastic.
So good. Good price points too. Oh, hey, there you go. Told you. It's fine.
Yeah. I can't imagine Vosh gets too upset about anything.
I know. Unless you were like breaking it over your knee, I don't think he'd be too upset about it.
Might be a candidate for the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah,
He is a candidate.
he's definitely a candidate. He's top 10. Okay, driver swing weight shouldn't be the same as irons. True
Could
or
be.
false?
Could
Okay,
be.
could be.
Could very well be. I like my irons at D4. I like my driver at D4.
Okay. Lovely. Are there any training aids that would be worth and a good investment when you can't see your coach? He currently has the putt out, which is a good training aid.
Looking at plane mate. Super speed's great. I think super speed is a really good one too. It's good for a bunch of different things. It's quite energy intensive.
It is. It's a good workout.
So you can get some of those much needed endorphins at this time from exerting. Getting getting a little sweat on the brow and stuff like that. So.
Playmate is also excelente.
Yeah, I think
Chef recommends.
if you need that type of
fair enough.
That type of sequencing help.
If you're that kind of pulls it inside over the top, it does wonders for a backswing. That is for damn sure.
Yep.
Okay, do you know any fitters in the Ohio region?
Go to the range in.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in Columbus, Ohio.
Such a nice looking
Go
facility.
to the range, and they have a Cool Clubs facility in there.
Perfect.
I think True Spec may have one there as well, but I don't know the guys at the True Spec facility.
But I saw that Cool Club's little installation in the corner.
Great.
The Range, it's called.
The Range.
They're also on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, John is asking, he has an M6 3-wood 70-gram shaft, I'm assuming. M6 5-wood 80-gram shaft. 3-wood goes 220, and the 5-wood goes close behind. Wants to spread it out.
I like his thinking.
So shorter on the 5-wood.
Go a little bit shorter, take away a little bit of that. Yep.
The heat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just make sure you're kind of balancing it out.
Gotcha. Do you know Dustin?
What a man! I actually saw that comment come down.
You must know Dustin.
I was so tempted to dive in and say, Dustin.
Ian likes Homeland a bit. I don't know if he loves it, but he watches.
Do you know what? I'm so obsessed. There's 4 episodes left.
Please don't burn an hour on this.
I might. At least 5 minutes. There's 4 episodes left.
And then they're done? Forever?
Then it's done forever. But I'm at the point where I haven't watched this week's episode yet.
Oh.
And I might get to the point where I'll leave it all for 4 in a row.
You just want to have that. Yeah, I don't think
really
that's a bad idea.
I really struggle with
Piece by piece?
the next week.
I agree with that.
That's too much.
Well, especially when if you leave the finale piece by piece, because it's going to be the biggest cliffhanger will be coming on a finale.
Yeah.
Okay. Back into it. I think we're doing okay. I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, we're doing
I feel
okay.
like we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Some of these are tough. I'm like, I don't know if we can answer some of these during a speed round. Okay. That's okay. Let's take this. Another swing weight progression question. So you've said that you basically have everything the same. Wedges are usually heavier in swing weight?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So generally heavier at the short end.
Well, remember that when it comes to wedges, our progression of length gets lessened. So we don't change by half-inch increments as we go down.
Sure.
We change by quarter.
Right. Quarter-inch increments.
So
Gotcha.
the head weight still keeps going up. The shaft weight can often get heavier. So all those things combined, we start to maybe go from sort of a D4 progression into a D5.5 into D7, that type of thing.
Gotcha. Brian, welcome. Welcome.
What a man.
Okay. I don't even know what I've heard.
Are we going to get round to the 14 club challenge today?
You want to do another one?
No, are we going to get? We filmed 4.
I put one out.
Are we going to put the other ones out? Did we record those?
Yeah, I just had to edit them.
Yeah, we should get a couple of other ones out.
I think you want to get some out ASAP because I think you won the next one.
Well, yeah, we were 2-2, weren't we? We were tied.
The
It was
first round, I'm editing it, and I'm like, I seem to remember getting like 3-4 points. And I'm editing it, and I'm editing it. I'm like, you don't get any more points. It's 2 points.
Number 3, you got like 4 points.
Yeah, 3 was good for me, and
Yeah.
obviously the last round was
good
you
for
put on
me.
a bit of a clinic. I looked like a big idiot in the last. But yeah, I will definitely. I think people, dude, we have like 5,000 views on this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that many people are watching Instagram videos.
Dude, like my Instagram last night lit up like a Christmas
Did it,
tree.
yeah?
I got like 200 new followers this morning.
That's funny. I mean,
But
we posted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly about you. It's pretty much all about you. That's probably why. Ian Fraser's doing this.
Very true.
Ian Fraser's doing this.
He has a blue putter. He's trying to hit a green from 170 yards. What a dummy.
There's Ross. You
Saw
dirty
that.
dog, Ross.
Yep,
Dirty
yep.
dog. All right.
The dog is in the house. Let's see. There's a bunch of super chat questions.
Yeah, I need to get. I'm officially moving. Sorry, I spaced out for a minute. Okay, from Christian. Do shafts lose stiffness over time?
You will gain stiffness before it loses stiffness.
True. Fair.
You probably will get
30
old
years.
before the shaft gets old, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Good. Jacob, welcome. Adam, welcome. Tim, Zexio reviews are coming post
Yeah.
crisis.
We need to wait until we can get back in with our man Ronnie.
The Rocket Ronnie will be limbering up for that, so yeah, look for that
yep.
in the late summer. From Matthew. Hi guys, flatter line goal for someone who has shaft lean and a left miss. Okay. Permanent or temporary fix? And how many times would you revisit this during a season? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would say always default to ball flight as king. I always do default to that.
So left is already kind of implying a flatter lie?
Left would be implying shut face, so a flatter line would definitely be advantageous.
It would help, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but if you want to take a deeper dive into it, I mean, I think that's wise in going into the reasons as to why, because ultimately we don't want to affect your turf interaction significantly. We don't want, because some people are toe down and hit it left.
Yes.
To the point where you cannot just keep going more and more toe down. You have to be mindful at some point that, you know, we are trying to make you make a good swing at the same time.
Yeah.
We're not just trying to throw band-aids on there for you. I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 things that we can do to keep a face open. You know, it's not all that beneficial to throw all of them at you and just go, there you go, bandage you up and send you
Enjoy
away.
being 10 degrees toe down on
Yeah,
the golf course.
enjoy being no better technically.
Yeah, gotcha. Good answer. Andrew, welcome. Any tips on club selection for the lefties?
You got to answer that one.
Try not to get frustrated easily. Be patient. It's getting better, Magnus, I would say. Even in the last couple of years, I've noticed a pretty good shift towards more lefty options. And honestly, there's companies that make absolutely every single club lefty. So Titleist is one of them. Ping is another one of them. TaylorMade is pretty good about lefty stuff. So yeah, you just have to be a little more selective.
It's a good one by Rob there.
Why would someone want, oh, great question. Ping retro lofts over power lofts?
Because they do that.
Lean the shaft.
They lean the shaft. Yeah, yeah.
This dummy, for example. All right. There was a long segment on shaft peering on Golf Channel. I hadn't turned Golf Channel on in like a week because it's obviously just.
You know why, don't you? Club champion.
That's why I saw it was the guy from Club Champion. Yeah, yeah. Long
That's
segment. They were on about it for like 20 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously
they've got
some
the machines in not every shop, but their build shop.
pure machines.
Yeah.
I think they have. The last time I had heard, they had like 8 to 10 of them going or
Jeez.
something like that.
That's many.
They do some crazy volume, man.
Mitch, Ian, you fit me for my irons and was wondering if I could get the loft and lies they were built to so I can get them checked and adjusted. Yes, you can, Mitch.
No, that's proprietary information. Mitch.
Only for you.
Only for you. I'll send it to you,
Yeah,
pal.
it's on file,
will
so
send it.
we'll send you an email. No problem.
No problemo, my man. Hope you're doing great.
Okay. Profile difference between Tensi Pro Orange and the Nemesis. I will answer the first part. Nemesis is a lot more counterbalanced, and Nemesis is softer in the tip.
Yeah. That MR70 material in the tip section of Tensei Orange is really the difference maker. They are both high balance. Nemesis more so, but 10C Orange is super, super stiff. The most, Mitsubishi, if you want to designate it by flight conditions, they designate that as their lowest launching shaft in the whole company. Yep.
Crazy. Carl, welcome.
Mitch.
Sound for you. Okay. There's a lot of Tiger King banter now. I love it. Ricky, if you're looking to become a member, you will go to our channel homepage and click the blue join button.
Yep.
There's also a link in our Instagram link tree thing, so you can find it either or ways.
Gareth Hill is asking, hey guys, thoughts on the Ping Prodigy Kids Clubs? I want to get my 5-year-old a hybrid. Is it worth it to get a seniors club and get it cut down? The Ping Prodigy clubs are phenomenal.
So good, right?
So good. I mean, you can't actually believe the sort of technology that has went into a set of junior clubs.
Really?
Even to the point where the face is actually a little bit more flexible on the Prodigy clubs, to the point where if you hit it, it would be deemed illegal because of the pressure placed against the face. But a junior golfer hitting it, it would not have as much contribution to the point where it would be considered illegal.
So that's okay? Like a kid can use a higher COR rating legally?
Well, it's more to do with obviously the rebound speed at that
that's really
sort of
cool.
deflection, and the head weights and stuff are a little bit lighter for juniors. Just brilliant, typical Ping. They don't do anything and just go, here's a half
short clubs,
hearted effort. It's so well engineered.
Their junior sets of all. I remember when I used to teach junior camp when I was younger. Their Ping sets.
Stuff's brilliant. It really is. Great. I think it's probably the best junior golf clubs out there.
There's Rob Potter Golf. Hey, Rob. How are you, pal?
Oh, you've got a little Heineken and another bag of M&M's this morning?
That was the funniest picture ever. Giant bag of M&M's and a beer.
What a day.
It's a good little day.
When are we going to do one of these lives
Saturday.
with a couple of M&M's and a couple of Heinekens?
Whenever you want. We've been over this. Whenever you want.
It's too early in the morning.
I know. Yeah, I'm not drinking in the morning.
Well, we could
draw the line somewhere.
We could change ourselves to UK time. It's 4 p.m.
That's true. It's 4 p.m. somewhere, as they say.
Yep.
Adam, I'm going to find your question. Stand by. Josh is jinxing the no thumbs down, but we appreciate it. Still good.
Well, at one point, Bandit was talking about doing it.
I know.
Bandit's like,
I think I chirped him so much last time they may have decided to stop doing it. Tons of questions about the Nippon Ghost.
Ghost 8.
Really good, obviously not cheap.
Yep. Basically, if people don't know, it's a Nippon Modus 105 with graphite around it.
Yeah, give me some. If someone wanted to go a budget alternative to do what we did in that video, give us something where someone could not spend. I know the shaft's like $250.
Yeah.
It's obviously really good, and if it's in your budget, I would just get that. But for someone that wants to save some money,
you could look at. There's so many different options.
Give us your number one.
My number one, I mean, you can't almost, can you? Because it's like, there's an 80 gram, a 90 gram, a 100 gram, version.
Okay.
So depending on the player. So most hybrid shafts being 370. So you're going to obviously have to get something in parallel. So you're going to have to look up the specs of what shafts are offered in that parallel, or get something taper shimmed in there. Not a straightforward one.
Okay. I've seen this question a million times. MOI frequency matching irons in a set. What is that? What does that mean?
So MOI matching and frequency matching are actually two different things. So MOI matching is a way of building clubs where you're not specifically going off of swing weight.
Okay.
It's more of a total weight calculation where you actually have an MOI matching machine that every club goes into, and it doesn't go by progression of length, as in half-inch increments the whole way. So you can start getting into 5/8 of an inch. It can be 3/8, whatever. That type of thing. It's a great question by Bryce there.
Yeah,
So
we'll get that after.
we will definitely be into, and when we get in the club building series with Mike, I've asked him to sort of build two different sets.
Oh, okay.
A set to sort of MY match tolerances and one to standard
Great.
swing weight tolerances and frequency match at the same time.
Good. This has popped up on social media a bunch recently. So Tiger Woods and his famous wooden dowels in the iron shafts.
Feel.
Does it all feel?
It's all feel.
Just softens
Vibration.
it a bit? Vibration.
Yep.
So it's a poor man's Sensicor or whatever?
Do you know what it is? It's just something he's always done. You know, Larry Bobcat, had him do it back in the day when he first joined Titleist, and he's just always done it.
Gotcha. Okay. Just a heads up to everyone, we are going to conclude at 11:30 sharp. Tight schedule today. We have many things to do.
Schedule. Return of the podcast.
Turn of the podcast, at least 2 today, so that's exciting.
It's
but
be good.
We need to have time to do it, particularly because I haven't done it in 4 months, and I'm probably going to forget how to set it all up. So I need time. That being said, also, I'm looking at the pace of the questions. I'll grab that. If you have a question that you haven't already thrown in, I would recommend saving it for next time, because we will probably catch up to the end of this, and then we'll have to stop. So.
Very true. Bryce Larson has a very important question.
I'm going to pull that up. Hold on, I'll find it. That is a
very
question.
important one.
There's Joe. I'm going to get Joe's.
I actually need to think more about this answer than I do about most of them.
No, you don't have much time. Okay, Bryce. This is hilarious. If Ian had to play in full Celtics kit for a chance to get onto Augusta, and there was no way of getting around it, would you do it? You will never play it otherwise.
If you could play Augusta but had to wear a full Celtic kit, would you do it?
I can't believe you're thinking about this. You're insane. The fact that you have to think about this, what is wrong with you? I would wear a Boston Bruins jumpsuit. I can't stand Boston. Wouldn't even think twice. Who cares? It's Augusta.
The west of Scotland's slightly different than the Boston Bruins versus
it would appear that way. Yeah, only in your mind, though. The only difference is there.
No. It's a very, very different thing. I would wear the jersey, play in Augusta. I would.
Oh,
yes.
he would do it. Okay.
Yes, I would.
Good. You've broken his spirit, Bryce, but I'm glad you got an answer.
I really had to answer that in a somber fashion.
Listen like you're speaking at a funeral right now. Okay, that's funny. I want to take this from Joe, this is much appreciated, but not necessary, pal. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you, as always, my man.
It is our pleasure. Did you see this from Bandit?
What's he doing? Yeah, I said that to you.
Oh, that's why we were talking about drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The Bandit. It's 4 o'clock, Bandit. You can have a couple of pops.
Hi. Dive in. Okay. I'm back. I found my spot. Man, I'm on fire today. I am on fire today. Bandit, don't press that thumbs down. Oh, someone did it. Damn.
What?
Thumbs down.
Bandit.
Bandit, I don't think it was you, but if it was. Okay. M4 driver, which is now 2 generations old, versus a Sim Max. Would you expect to see some gains in any category?
M4
was a pretty good driver.
M4 was a good driver. It's a very good driver. I would not expect to see significant gains. I would say aerodynamics have been improved, no question.
Okay.
I would say the stability of the driver by placing weight where they have placed it, deeper, lower and deeper. The MY properties will be higher in that product, so it has improved from that perspective. What that shakes out to in the grand scheme of things when you go play would probably be something fairly minimal, because as you say, M4 was a good driver. So improvements have been made, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's fair.
Just budget versus improvements that you deem to be worth it.
Yes.
Greg is asking a very good question. Do you expect the data you get from Gears to change any fitting recommendations? Hell yes. Hell yes. I think Gears will be one of the most influential things on the fitting process recently.
Honestly, I mean, the great thing with doing this job, guys, is that your thinking and your thoughts, they evolve so constantly. I mean, just a 30-minute drive in here this morning, talking to a leading expert about putter shafts and what they have seen in their research, and basically how the current putter shafts that are put in putters do a horrendous job when it comes to controlling launch angle.
Oh, really?
Horrendous. If you were, those shafts are super soft and predominantly very kind of cheap steel. They have a very, very, very poor ability to control dynamic loft.
Gotcha.
Now, that is not so much on your average 10, 12-foot putt. That's on 20 and 30-foot putts and beyond.
Yeah, longer.
Yeah, the amount of droop that shaft gets, the amount of deflection. I mean, we've seen significant cases of that when we've been making full swings with gears. So, if you're putting a 420-gram head on a, literally double the weight of a driver on a putter shaft.
I never thought of that. It is twice
crazy.
the weight of a driver.
It's twice the weight.
It's crazy.
Especially when you start getting the CG all the way back, and the sort of, it has the fish hooking effect on the downswing. So you're going to kind of load the putter shaft, believe it or not, so that you're going to basically make a backward motion. The handle will stop, the head will keep going, creating load. You'll start it back down, the head will catch up, and predominantly it will not stay in that lead deflection. It will move back into somewhat trail deflection, and in times it can move back into lead deflection. So
It's just basically doing this.
the whole time, it's just fishtailing around. So in order to try to control that, more technology, more thought has to go into the putter shaft.
That might be one of the first things we should do with gears, because I think it's a fairly simple test. Sensor up a putter, hit a 70-footer,
Yep.
same putter, stability shaft, or whatever, pick another company that makes a similar thing, and compare that deflection.
This is very true.
Okay, this is a good question, but an easy one. Does lie angle play a bigger role than face angle in driver left and right?
No. Face angle is king.
Face angle's king. New TaylorMade and Strixon irons.
They're both
Pending?
yeah, they are both expected this summer, late summer.
Depending on what goes on.
But I think the reality is we will probably see them next year.
You think January instead?
I think so. I mean,
Be a
looking at
rough
the
time to-
timeline, I mean,
rough
when we were in California in, I guess it was the end of January, Mike and I were at Oceanside in Titleist were talking about going out to see their new wood line, and they couldn't send people to China to check on the progress. So now it's the case that China's back to operating again, but people can't leave. Obviously the US, so inevitably that will be put back.
Okay. From Blake asking about that Nippon Ghost. Can you, I guess, reduce the tip diameter to a 0.355?
Yeah, I would.
Safely.
It would safe to say that you could. Yeah,
More Homeland fans.
I think you could. Yeah. I mean, you actually might not be able to thinking of that because graphite is easy. There's so much. There's so much material.
It's a little bit of both, isn't it?
But the wall thickness. No, I don't actually think you. I don't think you would be able to.
We're not able to see what it looks like, are we? Because there's this thing on it. That's
Yeah.
right. I was just gonna.
No,
It would be a bit of a risk, I
Well, I
guess.
mean, we can kind of look at a 105.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say so. So basically, graphite wrapped around.
That's pretty. Yeah, I
Around
don't think
that.
there's much material there.
Well, in saying that, you're basically just taking. So if it's a Modus, depends if it's an actual Modus 355, and the graphite is what takes it up to 370. And then if you just take away the graphite,
Yeah, and then the other part remains.
you may be able to.
Don't quote us on this.
We can. Well, I know it's an expensive experiment,
It's a
but
very expensive experiment.
we can probably look into that one for you.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. We officially need to go through a speed round because we are Running low on time. Okay, from Daniel. Daniel, that's very nice of you. Just want to say that I love the channel. Personal goal is to work on a game and come down and do a complete fitting with Ian. That is awesome.
Great.
Great.
I'd love that, Daniel. Love to meet you, my man.
Thanks for that. Hopefully you can make it in this year. Okay. TaylorMade high toe or Callaway PM grind?
For me personally, I'm a high toe guy.
Yeah.
I prefer the look of the high toe.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but I don't think they would really perform all that much differently unless the grind of one suits you better than the other, would be my guess. From Andrew. Andrew got fitted into a combo set of 620 CBs. Okay. Blades in the short irons, cavity in the long irons. C taper 120. 96 mile an hour, 7 iron. Is that stiff enough for what is a very quick swing? Stiff.
Probably not.
No. An X. Andrew.
Probably not, Andrew.
An X would be great for you. Was that weight okay though? 120s?
I could be. I mean, just physically seeing how capable and is it Andrew?
Yeah, I hope
think it
so.
was Andrew.
I think it was Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. How capable Andrew is of managing the weight.
Okay. That's right. Spaced out for a moment there. People enjoying the 14 Club challenges. Good to hear.
Love
We're
it.
enjoying them too. I think we'll sprinkle in. I know we filmed 4 just for IGTV. We should film 1 for YouTube. Because I know not everyone has Instagram.
Well, yesterday was like a nice little practice
hilarious.
day for us to kind of get some
tell.
reps with it.
Tell by the attire that we both had on. That's hilarious to show. When you'd shipped your forehand in the bunker, I didn't know there was a bunker there.
I didn't. That was the worst shot ever. I saw that. I was
wasn't
like,
your
what
best.
are you doing, man?
Wasn't your best.
85 yards that thing carried. I'm like, how far did it carry? 170 yard
Do
hole.
you really want the answer to that?
Oh man.
That was
But it was quite amazing though, having done it 4 times. By the end of it, the third go you had it dialed in. The fourth go I had it really dialed in.
You were hammering the green with like all the long irons.
Like I was sitting with
ridiculous.
3-woods and drivers and.
You hit the green with everything from 5 all the way to driver, and everything in between.
Nuts.
Wild. I want to work on that bladed wedge though. It's a real skill. JP, yes, we'll get back into filming those. I think we might even do a little scramble one time live or something for fun. So stay tuned. Honestly, if we don't have any ideas for today, we might film one today because I
Do
was.
you know what? I
I
think
was
I might
fresh
be,
out of ideas.
I know. I might be there myself.
Yeah, we might do one of those today because I had a hard time. When no new product comes in and we've been in here for a month, it gets tough to think of stuff. Okay, I'm continuing to move from our pal Ross Walker. Ross Walker works for Custom Lab Golf. Okay, I'm assuming that's a fitting place. Hey, Ross. They're replacing their mats. Yours are from synthetic turf. That's correct. Do you use EZT Hybrid Plus or EZT Poly?
We use. Do you know what? That's a good question. We use. I mean, I know it is T-line. Let me see. Let me just
Greg
ask
can
that
answer
question.
Why don't we just? Greg can answer that for sure, right?
I'm just asking.
Ross, we'll get back to you.
Ross, stay tuned.
Yeah, won't be long. Okay. Justin. Guys, I think I threw it in a couple times, but if you have a question, save it for next week. We'll definitely not get to it at this point if you're throwing it in now. There'll be no chance. Doing our best, but we're
What was it?
running out of
EZT Poly? What was the other one?
EZT Plus or EZT Poly? Best way to blend 919 Tours, 919 Forged, and Hot Metal Pro into a combo set. It will depend on lofts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tours are going to be the weakest, Forged will be a little stronger, Hot Metal Pro will be the strongest. So you'll probably, depending on the ball flight, I'm assuming you're a good player based on that. So
Do you know
probably
what?
wanna
Chris
go.
Voshell gave a great answer to this recently.
Oh, did he?
He gave a brilliant answer. He actually said you may at one point have to carry 2 of the same numbered iron.
Oh, really? To keep the bounce
Yeah.
angles and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was really, really smart.
Yep. Work with a good
Yeah,
fitter, and it is
yep.
possible. for
Chances
sure.
are you'll probably have to carry like 2 6-irons.
That's where it would happen.
Yeah. So the 6-iron in the Hot Metal Pro is probably like the 5-iron in the 919 Forged. Was it Tour Forged and then Pro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think you may have to carry two 6-irons and have the 6-iron as the 5-iron.
Gotcha. Okay. Blake's asking, what are your thoughts on progressive lies? Flatter in the wedges and short irons?
Sorry, one sec. For
Yep.
Ross, we use Easy T or Easy T Hybrid Plus.
Okay. Easy T Hybrid Plus is the answer. Flatter in the wedges and more upright in the long irons. What are your thoughts on that?
On progressive lies, flatter in the wedges. Yeah, good. I mean, if that works for you,
Is that the most common?
Go for it to have flatter wedges.
Upright long irons? More often than not?
No, generally you'll have flatter long irons.
yeah?
Yeah, just because the length of it.
No, I just mean like in terms of, let's say they're all standard.
Mm-hmm.
Am I more likely to come in and go 1 flat wedges, 1 upright long irons? Just because people tend to slice stuff in the long irons.
Exactly. Yeah, you would be for sure.
Okay.
You know, there's so many progressions. I mean,
No, I know. That's
on tour, there's tour lie angles go in 1 degree increments rather than half-degree increments.
Okay.
So I remember, there's a bunch of guys. Retief Goosen's specs. I remember his specs. He went sort of 64, 63, 62, 61. All the way down. He used I think at the time he used a 54-degree. Driver at the time, so he was using when TaylorMade products. He was always like the burner guy, so he would always or whatever he was trying to play a bonded wood for as long as he could, so he could
so
put it in the clamp and flatten it out.
That's cool. Okay, 10 minutes remaining. Speed round. Blake's asking us to do that graphite design shaft video. We will still do it, Blake. I do not want to hit any drivers this week though, so it won't be this week.
I have to call out Bryce.
What did he say now? Oh yeah, you're getting sure.
I'm getting.
Oh, and by a porno spam bot too.
Well, Madeline.
Madison's stepmom.
Madison's stepmom. There's another couple of them.
You got a
Get
bunch.
completely chirped out
Just
for
trashing
that.
you. Whatever, it's Augusta. Okay, speed round continues. Issues with the 50-degree wedge and pitching wedge where trajectory, distance, and contact are never the same. Middle and long irons are fine. Basically, those are D5, and his 6-iron is D2. Could that be the issue? So could too heavy of a swing weight in his wedges be causing him consistency problems?
I mean, we're talking about a few grams, so
Maybe not.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, fair enough.
I wouldn't think so.
William, welcome. Welcome,
William.
Thank you. Okay, question about my swing. The easiest way for me to answer that is go subscribe to Larry Chung Golf, who is both of our coach. He's probably made 10 videos with me, and you will see everything from a year and a half ago till yesterday, and then answer that question for you. Okay, we are getting there. General, what are the best head and shaft combinations you've seen with Ping LST and Maverick Sub-Zero? 2 very different heads.
LST, I think, has been such a great fit with Villain. Sorry, not Villain, Nemesis.
Yep, which
Such
is
a
back in
great
stock
fit.
apparently.
It's back in stock. It's a great fit.
Sub-Zero. I liked it with Ventus.
Ventus is a good one.
I liked it with the Diamana ZF.
You could do
ZF.
ZF. You could also do DF. Yeah, either one.
Okay. There's a couple beauties. You said there were a few things you could do to keep the face open other than lie angle. What are they? Path is closer to neutral, but the face is shut.
You could go with grip size.
Okay, bigger.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You could go with potentially something that creates a little bit more downward deflection in the shaft, trying to create
More
more droop
droopage.
in order to point the shaft a little bit more.
Love it. I'm just laughing at the Priscilla. Priscilla's on now.
Oh,
She's
Priscilla.
she's a true MILF apparently. It's good
It's
to
a
know.
true MILF.
Not a fake MILF, a true MILF. Okay, Shane, welcome.
I'm so happy. Lexi's got our Sky Track launch monitor.
Good.
She can practice and.
I wonder how they're taking over people's users. I
It's-
know
it's
these are
crazy. No, these are
real questions.
genuine
It's
questions,
so
but it's
funny.
just so funny that it's. I don't know how they do that.
I don't know. It's a it's an accomplishment. What?
That's your one. Please save your questions for next week, as we are a bit limited on time today.
So even we're getting it.
You are Paulina.
Paulina has hacked even the TXG chat.
That is amazing.
That's a true epidemic. Now, please listen to Paulina. Her advice is
That
good.
is
There's
amazing.
no more time for questions.
Paulina
said it
is going to
first.
be in a lovely new Mavericki, freaky deaky Mavericki, Paulina.
We received approval from Callaway executives to call it the Freaky Deaky Mavericki, just so everyone knows.
Yep.
We weren't told to stop. So it's okay to do it. You heard it here first.
That's funny.
Are TaylorMade and Ping hybrids your current best fittings over TS2, 3, and the new CLK? I would say you'll say no to that, no? I think all of those
I
are
would
your
say
favorite.
no. Yeah, I'd
Those
say
are all your
definitely
favorite
say no to
hybridos.
that, Joe. No. I like the TaylorMade and Ping, but I still think the most versatile hybrids in the market are the TS2 and TS3
Okay, good.
for me.
I believe we're going to take this question from Josh. We're almost ready to wrap up, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Josh said, Ian fit me into a G410 LST with the Diamana RF. Okay. Acura TZ5 and 3-wood, Shimada Tour, and the irons. Current hybrid is a 19-degree 816 H2. Is that hybrid okay? Based on what you fit them into.
What loft, Josh? This is a 19 degree
Yep.
816 H2. 816s were decent. Try and see. I mean, you could probably try and sneak an 818. They were a little bit better.
Did you like that one better?
Yeah, I did like that one a bit better.
Okay. Or
But
if you want a new
could
one.
probably get you probably get
Little
one of
pop
those
on it.
for steel right now.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's still a good hybrid, isn't it?
Shaft might be a little heavy and stiff.
Okay.
Maybe.
Welcome. Rob. Welcome to you, Rob, also. Familiar face, familiar name.
Rob, what's up, my man?
Okay.
Hope you're doing okay.
Nemesis shafts are extremely counterbalanced, so that is what you're looking for. That is when you should use it. Look at Sophia's profile photo. That's a saucy one.
And she's a one handicap.
Good
Tell you
player.
what, what's
She
a
hits the ball over 300 yards.
what a
also.
gift.
That is really funny. What a gift. Sophia, if all that was true, you could probably take over the world. Okay, Max is playing a TS3 with the stock shaft, standard weights. I want to feel more weight in the head. Should I look to increase head weight?
Yes.
You should, using the custom weights available from Titleist or your local fitting outfit. Paulina's got a lovely profile photo as well.
Smashing. She's searching for a Bruins.
Jumpsuit for me. Yep. Madison's disappointed in you.
Yep.
Another great photo. Okay, let's get out of here. It's really taken an unfortunate turn. There was one more question I was going to take. No. Okay, appreciate everyone's patience. I know I asked 4 or 5 times to stop asking. I just don't want people's questions to get wasted. I would rather you save them for next time, which will be Monday. I'll take this from Paul. Typical game between the two of you. Who usually wins stroke play and match play? Honestly, Ian usually wins everything. And it
No,
is-
I
You
would
do.
say you would definitely. If we were to play today, you would win.
Okay,
For sure.
yeah, last time we played, I did win. That's fair enough, but I would say we generally have pretty tight matches.
Pretty good matches,
You do
aren't they?
beat me a lot in like FSX stuff.
I'm a little bit better indoors than I'm outdoors.
You've gotten the better of me a bunch of times with this kind of stuff, which is good. Although the recent one is pretty even, so that's why it's good to watch. And we'll be doing lots more of that stuff. We got to find a way to get Big Al virtually because I want to play some stuff with him, some long drives, I sent him a message last night actually. We'll see what he's up to today.
That would be good. Yep.
Okay, good. Holy porn bots.
If anyone has some, I know we were talking about some video ideas and stuff like that. If anyone has anything specific that they would like us to,
We need some ideas for today.
or fresh
DM us on Instagram because, honest to God, we could use a couple. We got 3 videos to do today, and I'd like to make. Oh, we could do that today. No, actually, no. Never mind.
We
We're
don't
not
like
doing
a
a ball
ball
test.
video.
Screw that.
I would like to. Obviously, gears is going to take up some time once we do that with Michael.
Yep.
Training.
We're training on gears. If you're wondering what we're doing, we're training.
We're training
We're
on
not
gears.
filming.
It's good though. I mean, like I spent last night down the rabbit hole watching a bunch of different things on it, and it's going to happen very quickly.
Yeah.
We're going to get some serious data.
Every session we do with it, it gets a little better. So, okay. Is the Maverick a low spin driver? Generally speaking, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, especially the subject.
Was for you.
Okay. This was fun.
Good.
Good way to start the day. We're gonna go film some videos.
11:28. Time efficient. We like those.
We're very sharp today. So we're filming a few videos. We're recording 2 podcasts today, and then we will be back for a live on Monday. Not sure if it'll be a Q&A or maybe a fun FSX scramble or something for a laugh.
Or you laugh. Maybe
yeah.
some questions while we do it.
Yeah, I think that would be good, eh? While the other person hits and...
Yeah, maybe, and maybe, yeah, we'll probably not answer too many questions. We'll answer some questions, but
Yeah.
we'll just be having some fun with you guys, and you guys can chirp us for how bad we're playing. And
Let's do that on Monday. Let's commit to it, because otherwise we'll keep putting it off. We're doing that on Monday. Scramble, the 2 of us.
like it.
We'll play 9 holes at least and see how low we can shoot.
do it like it.
Okay. So, yeah, a video a day, basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll see you live on Monday. See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Gordon Ramsay clap.